Starry Hill there on the road. And I want to talk as we're driving through Billings, Montana. You can see, I mean, look at hopefully you can see, big city, right? So what do you do when you are stuck in the city and you don't have an opportunity to go out to the country? You don't have that opportunity to buy land. You don't have an opportunity to live off the grid. You don't have an opportunity. There's just no opportunity. You are in some place like Billings, right? And you're surrounded by city and cars and concrete and you know that Jesus is coming back. And you've read what it says in Matthew 24, and you see the pestilence, and you see all these things, right? So what do you do? Well, here's a little Starry advice. If you've watched any of my videos throughout the years, I have always taught that you can be sustainable and really prepare yourself wherever you live. And I proved it when I left the homestead and I was living in a tiny apartment, a basement apartment, right? And yes, I did have access to a garden and everything, but I also used my vertical planters. I had lots of planters where I was growing food. And the first thing you want to do is grow food. I mean, that is just so imperative, growing food. And you really can grow food wherever you're at. And one of the secrets of that is going to be microgreens. Microgreens are nutrient-rich greens that you can grow in a jar. You don't need any sunlight. You just need some water and some seeds. Broccoli seeds are rich in antioxidants and a cancer-fighting. Red clover. And then you can sprout actually your beans, mung beans, and kidney beans, and you can sprout. So there's microgreens, there's sprouting, and that really is, if you're in an area like this, and you know that the food shortage is going to come, you know that the supplies lines are going to be cut off. You can really enrich your health by providing yourself with some quality greens. Now, can you sustain on greens? Well, I mean, the body is miraculous, but then I would suggest that you start stocking up on your beans, your black beans, your navy beans, your kidney beans, your garbanzo beans. You get yourself a propane stove, like a camp stove if you can. I like those really big ones that you see. You used to see me do canning, and you know what? You can have it in your apartment. I mean, you really can. We had 50-pound cylinders in our house, and was it safe? Well, nobody got blown up. So you have to be careful. But we're talking about really setting yourself up for personal survival. So it's just that's what I'm talking about. But you need to have some of these key things. So get your beans, rice too, quinoa. I talk about quinoa all the time. A source of water. Now you can store water. Because when you turn in your faucet one day, there's not going to be any water if you live in an area like this. You live in the city, okay? You're not going to be able to flush your toilet. So you should have a bucket also in your apartment or your house that you're renting, which may be right in the city like this. Have a bucket, and then have some composting material. Just really, really important. Trying to think right else off the top of my head. Have a stock pantry, and and if you don't have a lot of room in your apartment, fill up your trunk. Right? So, but getting a lot of camping gear, it also helps. There's LED lights. You can get a little solar charger, which is important. Stock up on rechargeable batteries, envelopes, flashlights, kerosene lanterns, all of that. And then it starts shopping sales, you have advantages by being in the city. Of course, when things get bad, you don't really want to be in the city. You can see, there's going to be a lot of people. A lot of people are going to be sick. A lot of people are going to be dying. There may be, rioting. But you can create a little utopia. You really can. And so, you just need supplies. You need supplies because, and you also need like a bug out bag. And when I say bug out bag, I'm not talking about going off to the wilderness, because most people, there's going to be no wilderness to go off to, but a bag where you can have emergency items, and if you have to hit the road, you can hit the road and have some supplies. So that's going to be really important. And then the other key to survival in the city is having people of like-mindedness. You should start a group. If you don't go to church, then do a home church. Get some people together. I can give you a link there's a gentleman that we know that does home churches. I forgot what the name of his ministry is, but he's planted 1,000 home churches. Start linking up with people now. You really do. And if you're not interested in doing a home church, at least link up with people of like-mindedness. Because this stuff ain't going to go away. It's just not going to go away. Not if you're in the city. So there are things that you can do in the city to survive and to benefit yourself even now. You have an advantage with shopping. There's no doubt. You can shop sales. You can do all those things right now. That is an advantage to being in the city. You have a lot of resources. So take advantage of those resources. Don't just think that you have to be out in the country in the middle of nowhere right now. If you're in the city, make the most of it. It's very doable with where you're at. So hopefully all that advice that will get you guys going and make you feel a little bit better about your situation. And the bottom line is you have to have faith. God is going to take care of you. And He's going to bring manna. And we're all going to be asked to leave. So prepare yourself where you're at right now. Trust the Lord. Know His Word. You got to be in His Word. That's going to be your sword. That's going to be your weapon. Because you got to have that on your heart. All right. God bless from the road.